I got a lot more than I bargained for. I was literally shaking. I wanted to tell you about the myth on this NLP theory about the eye movement. I stumbled upon the case of Jordan Turpin, and when the background story was revealed, I was literally shaken.
A security camera is rolling in a quiet suburban California neighborhood. At the house across the street, in the shadows, someone quietly opens a window and slips out.
That was my only chance. At least if something happened to me, at least I died trying.
911 emergency, what are you reporting?
So today's episode is about debunking the myth that when you recall, you look to the left, and when you make things up, you look to the right. This has been perpetuated by neuro-linguistic programming, and as a body language expert, I have tried it myself over 200 people, and I found this to be highly inaccurate. I want to use Jordan Turpin interview to explain this. But as I watched the interview and wow, it really blew me how this beautiful girl has a very terrible past. She and her other 14 siblings, 15 of them, have a set of parents named David and Louise, who were very staunch Pentecostals living in Fort Worth, Texas. And being so strict about their religion, somehow they imprisoned their children and they were not allowed to go out. Many of them were chained up because they stole food. And the reason why they stole food is because the parents have this strange spending habit. I think it's a chronic spending habit where they buy things that they don't need and eventually they became bankrupt. So the children had so little to eat, and at some point they were eating grass and they were eating ice cubes with ketchup. Okay, so they were beaten to the point of being of bleeding. They were thrown across the room. They were badly hurt. They were chained up, and the older siblings were made to lock up the younger siblings in a dog kennel. Wow, that was overwhelming for me because when I saw this beautiful face, I wasn't expecting that. So the documentary shows that she escaped and she went out on the street like for the first time.
Away from home.
Okay.
And I live in a family of 15.
Okay.
My two little sisters right now are chained up.
They're chained up?
Yes.
She was 17 years old then. Okay, she came out on the street, she called 911, and the police was asking, where are you? She said, I have no idea. So you go read a road sign. She doesn't even know what a road sign is because she's always been a captive in the parents' house.
Where are they chained up at?
On the bed. Now, mother didn't chain them up just to be mean. Okay. They're chained up because they stole mother's food.
By then, they have already moved to Perris, California. The lower part of Southern California, below LA, in between San Diego and LA. So she ran out, she called 911, the dispatch sent a sheriff across, picked her up, and watch this.
And then, on instinct, he asks a question.
Do you have pictures of that?
Yes, I can show you. I actually didn't have it, and then one of my sisters told me I need to get pictures.
You have pictures of your sisters chained up?
Yes, but they're in here. Okay. I don't have proof of everything, but I have proof that my sisters are chained up. So see?
She doesn't seem to know the word
Here,
bruised.
you can look at that. See, those are the places that make it on that. And see how dirty she is? We are so filthy. We don't take baths. We don't.
How did your sisters get like this?
Okay.
Your parents chained them up?
Yes, because they stole food.
Okay.
But they stole it because they were hungry.
Who took this picture?
I did. I took those pictures.
Okay. You make sure to save these, okay?
Okay, I will.
Don't get rid of those.
Okay, so eventually the 4 police came in the morning and released all the children, and the parents were put on trial, and they were given 25 years to life with a chance of parole after serving at least 22 years. Okay, so we are going to talk about that towards the end, the face reading of the parents, Louise and David. And first we go to Jordan Turpin, where I will talk about the principle that neuro-linguistic programming shares with us. So neuro-linguistic programming says that if you are talking to someone and if you ask someone a question, if the person is recalling, he looks to the left. If he looks higher up to the left, means he's recalling a picture, a vision, a picture. If he's looking more to the left at the ear level, he's recalling a sound. And if he's looking downwards, it's like recalling a touch. Okay, so I'm recalling a picture. How did it sound like? How did it feel like? If the person looks to the right and looks up, then he's making up a picture, making up a sound, trying to feel what it would be like. So like, where would you like to go for your next holiday? Oh, I'd like to go to Reykjavik. How was Harry Styles' new song? Okay. How did the fabric from the new Louis Vuitton handbag feel like? Okay, so you feel this way. So that is what they are sharing. If you ask a suspect a question, and the suspect, say the question goes like, where were you on Thursday night, 2nd February? And the suspect looks to the right and said, I was at Walmart. If he looks to the right, I was at Walmart, it means he's making up, so he's lying. If he looks to the left, I was at Chipotle, then he's recalling, so he's telling the truth. So this principle has been taught, and as body language expert, I knew I had to verify this. So I did my own experiment and have a lot of opportunity to do so because I conduct body language classes, and after about 200 candidates, I find it to be highly inaccurate. Maybe 60%, 65% of the time is accurate. And that is way too off. Okay, we need at least 90% to say that, well, this theory somehow is useful. At 65%, it's absolutely not useful. Okay, so I want to share with you, just using this video, how inaccurate it is. So I'm going to put this template across Jordan's face, so the template makes it very easy for you to have a cross-reference on which side she's looking and what does it mean, okay? So now we'll play the video, and this part.
4 years later, this is Jordan Turpin, remembering that night.
My whole body was shaking, and
Okay, she looks to the left in the start of the interview because she said, I remember. Now, remember is also recalling.
when I was holding the phone, I remember
So she's supposed to look to the left, but she looked to the right. So, no, doesn't hold cloud.
the phone was like, I couldn't really dial
She looks to the
911
left, and that's fine.
because I'm sorry.
Shaking too much.
Yeah, I was shaking it, so I was trying like to dial 911.
Be making up, she should be to the right, but she's looking to
And
the
it's
left.
because I was shaking so bad. But I was like trying to like calm.
Then she looks to the left, that's okay.
I don't know how you had the courage, never having spoken to anyone like that.
I think it was like
She says, now she uses I think again, and she looks to the left, which is wrong. Okay, so I think should be making up, she should be to the right, but she's looking to the left. And this final one,
I was worried about my siblings, and when I saw them,
I saw you should be looking to the left top because it's a vision that you're recalling, so it should be left top, but unfortunately she looks to the right, and that is wrong. Okay, so I just want to share with you that this concept doesn't hold cloud, and frankly I wouldn't use it. I have other techniques that are more useful. For example, if you ask someone and they're unprepared, they always lose eye contact. It doesn't matter whether they look left, right, bottom, or top. If you ask them a question like something simple, you can go try. Okay, you try. You ask, "Hey John, what did you have for breakfast yesterday?" I had bacon and eggs. They will lose eye contact. If they look at you and say, "I had bacon and eggs," what about the day before? I had fries and ravioli or whatever. Then they are already prepared. It doesn't mean they're lying or not lying. It just means that they are prepared. Okay, now another thing that we need to be very careful is this theory that I just said, looking to the left is recalling and looking to the right is making up, applies to people who are right-handed. And if you are left-handed, NLP suggests that this theory is reversed, is flipped. So you look to the right for recalling and you look to the left for making things up. So now we got to find out if Jordan is a right-hander or a left-hander. So here are a few pictures. This picture, I want to show you just to make sure that this video clip was not flipped and not reversed. Okay, because I've done some analysis where Melania Trump was shaking with her left hand and people say, oh no, I saw the piano shape was just totally reversed. So we just want to make sure that this is not reversed. So you see that little metal button on her right side. Okay, so that's one picture. Now here's the second picture. The button is still on the right side and now the interviewer has the watch on the left hand. So it sort of confirmed twice over that the video wasn't flipped and it was correctly done. And now I want to show you this TikTok video of Jordan, who is a right-hander, because each time she rips up the plastic bag and takes out the product, she uses with her master hand, which is the right hand. Okay, so that's how we make sure we do the right call. And so in this case, we confirm that she's a right-hander, and then when she uses the so-called NLP technique, she will look left when she is recalling. Nevertheless, it has proven that half the time the reading is wrong. Now, what else is insanely shocking is that after going through all those trauma, usually we'll see a child that is depressed, dejected, the eyelids coming down. I know she's only 21 in this picture and is kind of young, but I've seen 16, 17-year-old with grief lines and a lot of emotional lines, okay? So it is amazing that she looks so good even after going through all those trauma. As compared to her parents, David and Louise, see how they look like. What is that first countenance, the first impression that you get of them? Okay, the scruffy hair. The quality of hair is bad. Let's zoom into Louise. You can see it's like wired. Either they didn't have enough nutrition, they didn't have money for shampoo, or haven't been washing their hair. They don't have hair conditioner. So that's what it is. And then you see lots of white hair. That means they didn't go for a trim. They didn't go for a hair dye. Very neglected. Okay, so that's the impression we get. These people with this kind of outlook, as including David. Okay, so you have an impression if they're so untidy with themselves, how would their home look like? Okay, so the home is in a total mess, which is the part I missed out. The girls did not have an opportunity to take a bath for over a year. They smell, and the elder daughter, who initially had a chance to go to school, was totally ostracized by their classmates because she smelled and she was skinny. You were eating grass and ice cubes. And then you look again at the unkempt hair. It wasn't cut. And you look at the facial lines. It tells you so much weariness. Here is the negative emotional lines. Here, which is the grief lines. Eye bags, quality of skin. Okay, so, well, why did they do this in the first place? I don't know, but because at the trial they said, we love you so much, we love you so much. And you know what? The children at the trial didn't even have that kind of hatred. It was like, we thank our parents for giving us good Christian values, and they want to get on with their lives. Like, wow, somehow they've been indoctrinated so deeply with, I guess, extreme Christian values. Okay, so can I say there's no evil malice? No, I cannot say that. They sentenced this couple to the equivalent of a murder, 25 years, 25 years, first degree murder. So, and they say it's a different kind of murder. They actually robbed the lives of 15 people, 15 of their children who could have lived their lives very differently. So they handed down that kind of sentence. So in that case, I think the state views it as a very heinous crime. But to the parents, did they indicated that they didn't want the children to go out there and have a corrupted and tainted life? I don't know. So maybe there's something loose up there.
Chained up.
They're chained up?
Yes,
Where are they chained up at?
on the bed.
You make sure to save these, okay?
Okay, I will.
Don't get rid of those.
I will. I won't.
They looked very, very sad and malnourished. They were very pale. What are your parents going to do when they find out you left?
They're gonna want to literally kill me.
Door cracks open.
Hi.
A mother and father appear.
We got a call for a check the welfare here at your house.
Sealed a chamber of horrors for almost 30 years. Now watch as deputies start to make their way through the
Well,
door.
we're gonna come in and check, okay?
In the next hour, we will show you the video as it happens, what law enforcement sees when they walk into the house, their first encounter with emaciated children, some of them chained to their beds.
If you want to see more of Jordan Turpin's personality, she's on TikTok. Very cheerful, mind-blasting, very encouraging. I'm just happy that now they have a new lease of life.